afternoon and welcome to my channel. My name's Berenice and they call me Belle for short. Yeah, I was at a kind of meeting today and what's your name? Berenice, Belle, Bernie, B? Yeah. Anyway, we're here about my new machine. Now I made a video of me opening it because I'm extra large size. I didn't like it. So I thought, and now I've used it for a couple of weeks, I thought I'd make a video of it, okay? Now it's called a Memory Craft 6700P for professional. Yeah, am I professional? No. That's when you make money. I'll do it for the love. But I'm really pleased with it. Now it has a great big box. It was empty. All the bits come in little plastic bags. But, yeah, so it's got every foot under the sun. What will I use? A quilting foot, an ordinary see-through foot, sewing foot, 1/4 inch foot, and a ruler foot. But the first thing I'm going to say to you, it has 3 plates on it. And 2 of them are here. And they are for different things. One I use for the 1/4 inch and one for the embroidery. One has like this whole section open and the one that's on the machine has 3 holes on it. So that's definitely done for the lettering, which I've done. Okay. The rest of the gizmos in here are walking foot. I haven't used this one yet. Isn't that cool little walking foot? Not as chunky in that. And it's, what's it called? It goes at the same speed as the feed dogs apparently. I've forgotten. I should be more professional than this, I know. Yeah, professional. Get me coughing now. Other bits of them I ain't got a clue. Right, so we'll put them 2 back. And what you get as well is the quilting feet. Is this little thing. See it there? My bifocals I can't see. That's the bottom there, like, so it would sit like so. You know? Little tiny thing, so it is. And I'd seen these on the other machine. Yeah, they're little separate things. So, and then there's a closed one. Just the little foot, see? And then you put it on there if you want that to there. I haven't really used it yet because I still do like my open toe. And because my Atli 3 is a high shank, I've been using it. And there's the ordinary plastic closed toe one. Can you see that? It's quite hard to see unless it's behind a black background, which I'm using my computer screen here, isn't it? Yeah, my tower. Yeah. And what else you've got is this. So that's a quilting foot as well. And I think that's if it's a little bit loftier. I've seen them being used on long arms. And I think it's, you know, with a lofty, yeah, I'm pretty sure. And I've got a couple of bobbins and stoppers for the threads. And the F foot, you know, that comes with all Janomes, like, or yeah. And as I say, quite a few different feet in there that I'll probably never use. Yeah, I'm not a seamstress, zips or anything like that. But yeah, that is quite a big box, isn't it? So, I thought I'd show you is, I didn't know this thing here. Let me take my thread out first, as if we're starting again. As I said, I did make a video and I wasn't pleased with it, so I'm going to show you this, okay? No instructions because I'm learning as I go. So this was down here, and I thought, right, okay, how do you do that? Yeah, I read the instruction book. It's some size, I don't know where I put it now. Here it is, look, right to hand, see? Got my stickers in. Patchwork, 1/4 inch foot, monograms, lettering, and quilting. because I can't remember it yet. So to thread the machine up over there, around this bit, when I filmed it before, when I opened my box, I put it round there. That's no good. Don't do that. That's for the bobbin. Over there, down, round this catch. There's a little spring in there. So that's the tension. It's just like a jukey machine. Over there. And there's two little arms there. One there, and this one's from the right to left as well. On my other machine, it's from left to right, because the needle threader is completely different. And I do have a little bit of trouble getting this in, and that's just, having bifocals doesn't help. Come on, come on, come on. Right, very gently. So I'm just holding it to make sure it goes in. And then to thread it, there's a little V like this, and it goes in there. It just catches in. That's it, and I heard it catch in. So I'll put it down, up, and that's it, it's ready to, and I can just get the back of it. And if I have trouble, I can go like that. Having bifocals doesn't help at times, you know, so that's it. And that's it threaded. The bobbin's just the same. Using the Janome bobbins in under the little arm there, around the plastic plate, and then it's got a cutter on it. Another thing that's fantastic about this, let's get this on, annoy me, I've got a fantastic big table. Will you look at the size of that table? My other one only came to there, and this is all metal, you know, so I'd only come to there. Yeah, so I'm really pleased with that. And what else I was going to show you? Bobbin. I'm going to show you the bobbin threader. I thought, again, I filmed it, and I thought what happened was, while you were sewing, it was winding the bobbin, but it's not. So I'm going to get an empty bobbin. I haven't got my threads here for the simple reason I'm taking a lesson at my quilting group tomorrow to show them free motion meanders. They're that good, isn't it, eh? So I packed bits and bobs away. So we go down there. I'm trying to see where. Round there, catch it in. Sorry, start again. Definitely going to start again. I've got a mile of thread here. Put the bottom down, Bill. Just to stop having all that loose thread around. So, do it this way. Right, in there, then there's a little thing to rest your thread in, round this metal screw, and then through my bobbin, as usual. I'm saying as usual. Let me just trim that up. That's a bit raggedy. Make life a bit easier, Bill. So up there. Put it on there. Oh, and then I push this, not this. See, on the other machine I push that towards there, but I push that to there. And press the button. There's a button with a bobbin on it. I'm just going to stop that for a minute while I get this. There. How cool's that? I don't have to put my foot on it, don't have to worry about it. Pretty cool. And of course this is the tension of the threads, and the foot one, it looks like an oil gauge, and I have put it up a wee bit, and I'm worrying about that now. And a 1/4 inch foot is, I'm going to stop that for that. The 1/4 inch foot is quite wide here. See, there's the black part, right? And that's quite wide here. I had to look at the book because I thought, is that right? Because it usually only goes to there. Yeah, and there's a little gauge on there, so that's a 1/4 inch when you turn on the corner. But see this, that is solid on there. So when you put it down on your needle bed, it's on. It's not next to the feed dogs or anything. It's tight on the bed. Yeah, so that's really good. The disadvantage sometimes is, like, I was sewing 2 pieces of fabric. Let me have it. I've got some here. So say I was doing like that, 1/4 inch, and then going over this fabric 1/4 inch. That can sometimes drag a bit. So again, that's the pressure that you'd have to use that. I did notice that. Not complaining though. So, is there anything else? Not that I know of at the moment, but I shall add to it. There are some bits that are quite, yes, I know there is a bit. The monograms, the script, I've been practicing with that as well. I've made a couple of labels actually for a couple of quilts that I've finished now. So we'll show you that next, okay? There's a screw there. So when you got it on your machine, you can loosen it and then move it to the angle to go to, so it's right next to your knee, etc. See, this part, like. So I've worked that out, and it is handy. I've sometimes tuck it away and sometimes not. So it sits in there, and then you could just push it. And it, again, learning, you know. You think, oh, it's going to lift it right up. It doesn't. It just lifts it enough to get your fabric underneath and then back down. So if I go in, let's see if you can see it. See it moving there? So it just lifts it up to get that fabric under, and then look. See? Isn't that fantastic? Yes, that's another little thing that I didn't have before. Wonky now. So that's that part done. Top of my head's missing again. Correct down, Bill. Right, so let's have a look at the lettering, eh? So for the monogram, I'm going to change the plate, because this one has 3 holes in it, in the middle. Oh, got my rings caught up. You see it there? Yeah. And I want one that has just one. It'll take a while to get used to chopping and changing these. You put the 1/4 inch foot in there. So that's all there is to it. Slipping them in like that, and there's a little, let me get that in, a little gizmo at the top right, I think it is, that tells it which plate it is, and then it says, please make sure the proper presser foot is attached. So I've got that part, and I only need the actual foot, so I'll find it. Look at that now. Somebody gave me a little brush to clean my machine. So that's the F, see-through one. The long slit there, and the long slit on the plate. Oh, nearly dropped it. Yeah, quite a kit in there. So I'm going to have to look this up again, because I say I have done that label, but you can't remember one time. Now my husband, I've got to write some of this down in wording. It's only a piece, but I don't know how many letters are long in a sentence I can keep in a slot in the memory, but we'll find out. So I've marked some lines on here, and it's got a stabiliser on the back. You can use your freezer paper, Great American freezer paper. Yeah, we can get it over here now. Well, we have done for a long time. I think this is bought on a roll though, it's not the Reynolds freezer, but I use the Reynolds a lot. I use it for a plique and everything, yeah. So, let me get ourselves together here at 3:30 in the morning. Yeah, 3:30. My husband wrote this in the 1st of October 2005, and he died in April the 6th, 2006. So he did write now sometimes to me little things, you know. And on my computer desk, I always keep a notepad. Always have since I've had a computer, 35 years, whenever 3.1 come out. And he got up one morning, he was always up a bit earlier than me, yeah. Maybe a couple of hours before me. And I saw this laying at the coffee table. And on the back, it's still my notes, my bank, my Sky, my TV licence, things like that. 3G, that's the phone we used at the time, mobile. Yeah, so I saw this, and he wrote this poem down, or prose. And then in the March before he died, we went down to England. We lived in Scotland, to England, and I bought a new purse at a marketplace, and I went back, we were at my mum's, and I went back to my mum's, and I dug this out because it was in my purse. And he said, what are you doing with that? He said, why have you got a date in it? I said, because in 20 years' time when you're gone, because he was 14 years older than me, you know, I says, I remember it, didn't realise it was just going to be 3 weeks or so. Yeah, so what he wrote was, quite, yeah, let's get on with it, Belle. Berenice, through the clouds and rain of life, you are my sunshine. When I am sad, you are my happiness. You give me a reason to just be me. And when my time comes, be happy for me, not sad for yourself. You will be too young to let sorrow choke your life. Thank you for putting up with me all these years. I love you, John. Yeah, and I was only 50. So I keep saying that I was going to cross-stitch embroidery. I'm not very good embroiderer, but I might practice this and then make a little wall hanging. I did print it out. I've got it. I haven't got it in my new place, but I did print it out and have it on my wall in my old place. I've been here years, so I should do something. So yeah, it stays, look at it, yellow, and it stays in a little plastic bag, so it does, and it's pinned on my little notebook. No, notice board. Yeah, so quite, yeah, I couldn't read that for years, you know. So anyway, so we should go and write one of these out, eh? Write our line out. So, let's get to monograms. Right down there, I don't want to lose it, don't want to tear it. It's falling apart now. It's like a, what do you call it? Dead Sea Scrolls. It's falling apart. So it's quite complicated at first to try and think of how to put it into the memory. But what we do is we get it to mode 3, okay? Whether to put you over here to have a look a bit better. You won't see it there, but I'm going to tell you anyway, so you can watch me at the same time. Yeah. This is to keep my, this is my 1/4 inch foot. So mode 3, so it says 3 there, F, which that clear foot is, and I've got the letter A on there, and there's the stitch length and width. So that's self-explanatory if you know a machine. If not, that's what that means. I've no idea what 1 to 4 or 3 means, but still. And there's little jaggy bits, like little pyramids. That means my feed dogs are up. So that's a good thing to know, because I've done that before. I've actually tried to quilt with the feed dogs up. It kind of worked, I don't know why, but it did. So, You can select the desired character with the jog dials. So there's a double kind of window there, and that gives you A to Z, or A to Z as we say, A to Z over there, then the italics, and then a bigger one. That's what I meant by 3 kind of fonts. And then I've got capitals, so I'm going to go right through it. Hold on, yeah, I've got to go right through it. No. So this is for the actual letters. It goes A, B, C, D, E, F, right through. And then when I do, hold on, I can't see it properly. So I've got to Z, full stop, then the spaces, and then it goes to the small letters along above the actual alphabet. But I'm going to go back to the capitals, and it's this one that goes capitals, small, numbers, and then the characters and the foreign characters. And you get to the end there, then it goes to that script. Okay, so I hope that helps if you have got this kind of machine, this actual machine. So it's not a lesson because I'm still learning, so, but hopefully you can follow it. Let me have a sip of tea. Talking too much. So I'm going to do it fancy acrylic like I did before, right? So now I want to the B. So it's on the A, so I go to B. Now this is where we've got to save it. And I think it's, hold on a minute while I think about this. So I think it's memory like that. So there's the B for Berenice. Let me just get this again. I think it's memory again, isn't it? Yeah. So memory for the letter, then memory, and now it's starting to do the word. So to put in the second letter, we put the stitch. What do they call it? Hold on a minute. They call it a stitch display. So it's like 2 windows. Stitch display. So we're back at this script, back at the capitals. I want the stitch length. Sorry, this one to go to the small letters, and then this to the E for my name. Then memory E. And it's up the top there now. So once I've got that first letter in, I can do this like this now. Just move that along to the R. P, Q, R, memory. So now I can do it one at a time. It's just getting that first one, memory, then it goes up there, then we press the mode, what do they call it again? Stitch display. So I hope that makes sense. So memory for that, E, and then N, memory, I, memory, C, memory, and I'm seeing most of it till there, but I'll be able to use the CE, the arrows to see the whole name. Now, if I wanted to store that into the computer, into the, it is a computer, into the storage area, let's have a look. It is storing. Press the folder key, folder FS, and there's Berenice, Storrington, West Sussex, which is where I live. So I'm going down, down and down, and then I'm going to a blank space. It's got 20 of them. Okay, and then I've got to press 1, and that's stored in there now. So I've got my full name on the first one, and I forgot what's just my maiden, single, not first name, in the fourth one. I actually learned, I was doing a course for peer-to-peer with mental health, and they were saying like, what was it? The way you should say things to people, and you shouldn't say Christian name again nowadays because of different religions, which is true enough, you know, but I still, you know, I've had 60 years of doing that, so I've got to try and think a bit different. So there's Berenice in there, okay? Right. So when we want to use it, recalling, press that, select the one you want, and then press 0. Hold on, that's not right. Hold on. Select the window, turn the jog to select the memory address where the desired is. Ooh. And it says 1 out of 20 here, see? So that's it there. And let me just press 2. And it does say there, 1 to put it in, 2 to pull it out, 3 is for the bin. So it's 2, and there it is, Berenice there. Okay, it's going to take me a little while to remember that kind of thing, but it's a good thing. So with this here, I'm pulling the thread to the right because it goes, yeah, I found it getting in a bit of a tangle. I usually hold it to the left and back, but we'll just go with this at the moment. Thread everywhere, hold on. So I've got my foot at the edge of the line, and the letter doesn't quite touch, if I remember right. There's a few days since I've done it, so I'm pulling it up. Let's turn that down, I don't want it fast. I want it faster than that. Oh, pretty cool, eh? Do that a little bit faster, eh? So you just slightly touch it. And on here, on here you can see which letter it's doing, and I've wobbled there because I wasn't holding it, so it does wobble. That line should have been at the edge of the foot, but it's practice. And that's the last one. And there it is. Lovely. So that one, it does give into there, so just trim that up. And that's how we do the lettering. So let's see how many letters I can get in a row now. I have no idea. So to start my next sentence, I press the double window up here. We go zoom out. There. And that gives me them letters again. Then this stitch width, isn't it? I've got to go right off the top row to get to that part there. And then I can start my spelling. And I don't know how many letters I can get in a row in a one saving slot. So we want a capital T, big T, The trouble is it's not an embroidery machine, so that's why it's doing like this. It's not a touch. So memory, and then we memory again to put it up there, and then I can see the sentence going. Okay, and then I want the double again, and this will go through it now. So I want the small letters, sorry, wrong one, that one there, from the capital to the small. Then I go through H, and that's it. R, memory, O, go back, memory, through U, you got the U, G, back away, memory, and H, through. Now I want to go all the way down to this, there's a dot and 3 whips of spaces. So I'm going all the way down there, going to the middle one. Then I got the, so I'll go back to the T. I'm going to put it a small T, H. It's quite hard to see the little surrounding of the letter, so just be aware of that. And then down to the spacer again, which is the middle one, memory, through the clouds. I'm going to put, I'm going to do it in all small letters. Getting an arm ache here. C, J, K, L, O, U, back to D, memory, S, and then I want a space again, so that's the middle one, and then it's and, so I've gone to the numbers there, so because I went the other way, I've got to go back, I can't go forward. A, whoops, N, D, oh, that's not memory. Oh, I've gone too far there, that's it. So clouds and I want a space. Memory, rain, space back away, R, A, I, and N. Now I could store that. I'm wondering whether to store it. So I've got to remind myself again. I will, because I'll probably do this again on a better piece of fabric. So let me just get my book out a minute, just to remind me. Right, so yeah, press the folder for saving. Then give it a storage. I took that Berenice out. And press number 1. And there it is. Yeah. So down to it. And now number 2 to record it back up. That's it. I'll still forget the next time. Anyway, we should try this. So it's on the O. So I just wanted to show you that little bit of the monograms, because I know some people have got this on the machines and haven't used it. One of my friends in my quilting group has never used it. Like, how easy is it? Very easy. I mean, especially with the simple ones, you just punch it in, you know, and it's just a one-off. But this got a bit extra because it's got the memory, which is a good thing. So I hope you enjoyed this little video of seeing my new machine, and I will show more little bits about what this gizmo does. Okay then, thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, share, likes, and set the notifications and the comments, please. I do love the comments, as I say, and we'll see you soon. Take care.